Hey, everybody. It's RJ Carter here, Senior Managing Editor at criticalblast.com. And it's been travel weekend, so I'm a little tired. Had to get a hotel room. And, of course, just starting a new job. Don't have a whole lot of money saved up. Had to bunk up with this guy here. He doesn't say a whole lot. But he says he is somebody. I don't know what it's about. I'm kidding. He's not the guest of honor. We are here to talk starring Sonya Devereaux. And with us, we have the stars of that wonderful team. I'm also flying without a mouse. I forgot to pack the mouse, so I'm touch padding this. It sucks. I don't have what do I have to drink more of to get static electricity built up in my fingertip, because it doesn't tap all the time. There's Todd. Todd, how you I know you feel sucky tonight, but you're
whatever.
Todd's being a trooper and sticking with.
I'm excited to see you. It's been a long time. I'm curious about how you're dealing with your travels and your new job, and it's what hotel are you in? You don't have to tell me the location. What kind of hotel is it?
It's a microtel. That's its literal name. It's a Wyndham microtel. It's a closet with a bed.
Nice.
It works.
Yeah, the boutique hotel.
Exactly.
Yeah, very nice.
We got Nick Capetanakis is with us. Nick, welcome.
How do you do? I'm doing the Bernie pose. This is incredibly uncomfortable. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know.
Mittens, Nick.
This is not natural at all. Well, but hi. How are you guys?
The thing is, he's wearing the coat, and the mittens are just, they're on there by strings, because the string goes up the sleeve.
Goes all the way. Yeah.
Just like Mom does. His hands are in his pants.
Oh, that explains a lot. That's how he was able to sit through that whole inauguration.
It's a lot warmer that way. And then we have Brendon and Fraim. Do you guys like so that it's in the right order?
Yes, we do.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Brendon and Fraim.
And congratulations on the successful Indiegogo for the graphic novel.
Thank you.
Which one?
The trade paperback.
Oh, yes, that did quite well. Thank you.
It did. And I think it introduced a lot of new people to Sonya Devereaux, which, by the way, nominated for Best Comic of the Year.
Yes.
And also had some artists nominated for Best Comic Artists of the Year.
Yes.
And deservedly so.
Yes. They're the best.
Thank you.
They're the best artists, certainly on this stream tonight.
we would have to agree. Rarefied air.
Last night was the last night you could vote. I mean, midnight it was cut off. So I got up really early this morning and started weeding through all the data and editing stuff. It is not ready for prime time debut, but would you like to know some of the numbers?
I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, why don't we start off with Best Comic then? This could get a little tedious. It's going because I'm going to start from the lowest and work my way up. If you were voting and you know these titles, Downcast got 1% of the vote, as well as did Seven Secrets, which I've never heard of. Graveyard Shift doubled that, got 2%. We had so many. I'm telling you guys, we usually have like 5-6 titles get recommended for the best comic series of the year. But with crowdfunding, it just exploded. That's why we have so many, and it's just splintering all over the place. The Zombie Full World of Oz took 3%. Demon Hunter Raven, 2%. What kind of a sort order is this? Who's the crappy IT guy who did this? T-Bird and Throttle, 2%. Now we're getting into the bigger slice. The Joker War.
You went from 2% to 2%.
I know. The sort is totally off on this.
It's difficult to hear you, Todd. Todd?
What?
Todd?
Yeah.
It's difficult to hear you. You're going in and out.
Your microphone is in a glass of water.
Got it.
So can you move closer? There.
I'll figure it out.
Just
I want to see your beautiful face.
So taking 4% was the Joker War. So DC finally gets into the race here. Of course, it's taking a bigger chunk of the pie. It gets beat out by an outfit called Hero Tomorrow, which published Punchline and the Vaudevillains with 6%. Tying with Common America, Stars and Strife from Iconic Comics, 6%. The Adventures of Kim Il-sung and Best Korea at 7% from Kami Mark. And a write-in candidate, Rags, got 7%.
Wow.
All these little tiny slices.
Yeah.
And then we jumped from 7% to 57% of the vote for starring Sonya Devereaux from American Mythology. Won Best Comic for 2020, according to the Reader's Guide at criticalblast.com.
Wow.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
By a huge amount.
A lot of perspective.
It's like
Wow.
a Batman graph. Seriously. The pie chart is like, it just swallowed all the other slices. And there
Wow, that's amazing, RJ.
Sonya's great at swallowing.
We can do the same thing for the best artist. There's not quite as many of those.
Okay, we've got time.
Yeah,
Mike,
we do.
yeah, where are we going to go? By the way, I've got every light in the place on. This is the best I can do.
Dude, you're in a hotel. You're not supposed to have light. You're
This
supposed
is
to have
true.
hookers.
We'll talk about that
Adult
later.
entertainment on the TV.
All the best live streams are done in hotel rooms. Best comic artist votes: Mike McMahon for U.S. Assassin, 1%.
Mhm.
Eric Hawkins for The Zombieful World of Oz at 2%.
Mhm.
At 4% is a tie with Gillen March for Batman and Luigi Terrell for Rags. 6% is a tie with Illustrator Monk, that's his name, for Lillian Wepwawet. That's easy for him to say. With Preston Acevedo for Doc Salem. At 7%, Kanan White for Grim Fairy Tales. 8%, Matthew Weldon for Punchline and Downcast. He did 2 books, cheater. At 9%, Other.
Oh, those guys are good.
They're the best.
You're Turkish, aren't they? Other?
Yeah, well, Other was like any write-in that got like less than 1%. I just summed them all up. So there's like tons of books in Other.
Yeah, you're thinking of the Other Man Empire, Todd.
Oh, yes, right,
yes.
right.
Right.
At 10%, DC Comics stomps it with Jorge Jimenez, Batman, 10% of the vote.
Wow.
Which just leaves us with 43% of the vote for some guys named Brian and Brendon Fraim. As
Crush
the,
it.
That's awesome.
I have
Thank
to,
you.
I have to say
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank
they were
you.
nominated, people voted, but Brendan's pissed somebody off
Huh.
because I had one write-in candidate for Brian Fraim.
Brian got one more.
I lumped it in.
That's great.
I was like, why didn't you just click? Okay, fine, whatever.
I guess somebody
That
likes my
really
inky
Yeah,
more
I
than his
guess we
pencil.
know whose mom likes who best.
Oh man, jeez. Oh wow. Truth hurts. Oh man, you have to tell it like it is.
So
Brian's
which
girlfriend voted.
one is older?
Brendan,
Okay.
we always used to tell everybody because we didn't know, like, which one's older by how much? And I'm like, well, it's me. I don't know, 6 minutes, whatever. And then we finally, like, our mom gave us our baby books like 5 or 10 years ago, and they flip through it and you find out that I'm 6 minutes older.
There you go.
Wow.
You felt it
Twin knowledge.
inside.
Instinct.
Inside.
You know what sucks is those twins that are like born at midnight on New Year's, and one's in the previous year, and one's so they're not even on the same day or the same year.
Yeah.
Sometimes the same decade.
Yeah, I'm a year older than you.
February 29th, too.
Oh, yeah, my brother was
Yeah.
February 29th. So that just leaves us with best comic writers. Another smaller set. So Mark Poulton at the bottom with U.S. Assassin, not the bottom, it's just the lowest amount. With Eric Hawkins, The Zombie for World of Oz. That kept getting written in, by the way. I've not read that, so I'm going to have to check it out. So many people liked it. Brian Ball for Rags. These are the writers. Tonic Mole for Saving the World and Lillian Wepwawet. Donnie Cates at 6% for Venom. James Tinian IV for Batman at 7%. Clint Stoker, Downcast, with 9% of the vote. Bill Williams with Punchline for 10% of the vote. Tom Taylor also 10% for Deceased Dead Planet. And then we have a tie. We have a tie for first place with 14% of the vote each. Scott Snyder for Justice League and Other. And it's a three-way tie for Todd Livingston and Nick Capetanakis for starring Sonya Devereaux.
Hey!
One more vote would have just put you over the top of
Wow.
So
It's great company to be in.
Yeah.
Honestly.
yeah, you and Scott Snyder, I mean, Scott won it last year.
Yeah,
So
Snyder's good. He's not as good as us, but
And, you know,
he knows
we weren't
one
even
more
nominated,
person
so somebody forgot to nominate us, I guess.
What can I say? It didn't make the list for some reason. I don't know why. But that's the sneak peek. There'll be an official.
Awesome.
That's terrific. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, RJ.
Oh,
Congratulations, gentlemen.
I did nothing. This is the readers. This is
Math.
all the readers.
You mathed.
I just added things up.
Mhm.
You added the drama of reading off the names.
I'm in fourth place.
Exactly.
Yeah, you should have had an envelope, though. Whoa, that would have been so exciting.
All right, let's do it all over again. Get the number.
We've got time.
This is not the kind of hotel where the desk has envelopes for you to write home on. In fact, I brought my big monitor with me because I like to have, share screen and looked over here and that. Wow, I'm like literally I don't have room for my can of soda on this desk. This is Mountain Frost, by the way.
Can't
All you
get
rich people
the
get
do
to sleep
stuff.
in. Yeah, I got to go out. I'm so poor. I got to get up when it's still cold and scrape it off the grass. You guys can sleep in till it melts and it's due. That's what you get for having money. But this is what we're really here for.
Yay!
Devereaux's got a new book movie. I never know how to talk about it. It's a new comic book about her new movie. There we go.
Right. I think that works.
Warrior Woman Death Team 5, #1. And my question is it Warrior Woman Death Team, the 5th movie in franchise?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
she's got a death team. Because there were 5 people. And I was like,
It's the 5th Warrior Woman film.
I got it. Okay.
But there are 5 of them, so
Right.
Yeah.
yes.
If there'd been like
Works both
Warrior
ways.
Woman 5 Death Team, I'd have said, oh, it's the 5th film. But I had to think of, I had to circumlocate.
We didn't think that deeply about it.
We just throw this crap out there, RJ. Come on.
Oh, let me see if my mouse will.
But well, I want to ask Brendon and Brian this because we don't really talk about the comics. They nag us like housewives for a script. We send them a script, they draw it, and it's magnificent, but we don't really discuss it. So this particular issue had more characters than any other issue. Did you guys find that exciting, or did you find that really irritating?
Well, we like different, so different was good.
All right.
I think one of the things we like most about this book is how different it is. Every issue is a different genre. Every issue is different characters, except for Sonya. So having the 6, 7 characters, sometimes on a page, multiple panels, was fun for this issue. But if it was like a monthly or every issue was this giant team book, it might be a little bit of a pain. Might get tedious after a while.
Yeah. The next issue is going to be her in a cabin in the woods.
Surfing the internet.
Right.
How did we lose Nick? I didn't even see him disappear.
I was trying to make some comments on there because people are saying you look like Captain Picard and stuff, and I was going to make some comment, but then I just lost myself.
Yeah, the chat's saying, hey, it's Captain Picard, Earl Grey hot. Don't make fun of the guests. That's my job.
Hey, just pick up X-Men Origins Jean Grey. That'll answer all the questions.
Is Todd Livingston in that?
Todd Livingston is Professor X in that comic.
Yes.
Todd
been
Livingston,
good.
the male model. Yes, he's a male model.
But that was after the accident. You were in a wheelchair then, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's correct.
That had me concerned, Todd.
I got better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Got better.
Well, he keeps getting better, and then he keeps. You'd think the second time being in the wheelchair, he'd be like, you know what? I'm just going to get a rascal, and I'm not going to ever walk again, even though I can, because I get in accidents all the time. This has a video to it.
It does.
So, before I play it, are the voice actors the actual models?
Yes, they are. The voice actors are Troy Froman, who was in Saved by the Bell.
And sad news.
Sad news today.
Dustin Diamond passed away. People don't know that.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Screech passed away. He announced he had cancer last week, and it was a quick demise. And they said he didn't suffer, so that's good. He was doing stand-up comedy. Well, we're way off topic now. He was doing stand-up comedy when I was doing stand-up comedy. I didn't actually get to work with him, but he came through with the group that I usually work with. So that was my 1 degree of separation from him.
Tragic.
44 years old.
Oh, way too young.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
and Carly Baker's a voice in it too.
Yes, she is. She plays.
Did I bring things down a little bit?
Yes, she did. Carly is Princess Harlotta, and I don't have many friends who I would say, "Do you want to play Princess Harlotta?" But Carly is one of them. That she loved it.
I love that name because it kind of lets you know exactly where the princess was.
Yeah.
She kind of reminded me of a princess in a Peter David novel when he did Sir Apropos of Nothing, and she was a virgin princess. It was validated, but it turned out that she knows a wizard, and he had to fix her hymen spell.
Oh.
And he saw her once a week. So I'm going to give this full screen attention and give it a play here. Throw it on the platter and let it spin.
Yummy.
Here we go.
So much internet.
Romero, we must find the Merlin scroll immediately. It is a matter of life and death. Just so we're clear on this.
Princess Harlotta, what are you doing here?
I'm hiding from kidnappers. I didn't know where to go.
Really? I can think of literally dozens of other places.
Ina, I need you to protect me.
I am a warrior with integrity. I cannot be bought.
What about rented?
Princess Harlotta! I should have known she took it.
Princess Harlotta has been captured and left dressed in the struggle. She's going to be very difficult to find, or very easy. I have but one choice. I must reassemble the death team once more.
Be gone, woman! I have no quarrel with you.
The feeling is not mutual. Your soldiers killed my husband. What have you got to say for yourself?
So, you're single then?
You cannot escape me for long.
You underestimate my ability to avoid contact with women. Wait, that came out wrong.
Visit the Indiegogo below for preview pages and exclusive rewards, and vote starring Sonya Devereaux for Best Comic of 2020 at criticalblast.com. Help support independent comics.
And you did, bitches.
Woo!
So that's
I love
Thank you for doing so.
I love the vocals at the end there. Who did you hire for that, Todd?
The guy that does the in a world that
Mm-hmm.
name.
Pardo.
Don Pardo. It was Don Pardo.
Yeah, the guy who did the In a World, who was famous for that, he passed away a long time ago too now.
He did. I worked with him several times, and he was, I will tell you, he was magnificent. He would show up in a limo, and he wore pajamas, and he would come in, and he'd get the script, and he would look at it, and he would record it twice, and it would be perfect twice, and then he would leave. And he'd get like $100,000 for that.
That's my job.
And he was, I mean, he was magnificent at it.
Of course, he read it like 50 times at home before he came in. He sweated over this.
I don't think he did. He was just so confident.
So did everybody just write in a world where?
Yes. Yeah.
You know, sometime he had to come in and look at a script that began in a world and just say, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I can say other words.
On a planet where?
Yes, exactly.
In my pair of pajamas where?
Can a man who wears pajamas do a script reading? So,
Indiegogo.
Yes.
Indiegogo, Warrior Woman. This is, of course, the sword and sorcery genre now that Sonya's stepping into.
Yes.
And she, can I say that she introduces it while she's at a fantasy convention?
Yes.
You can.
Yeah, it's Wonderfest in Louisville, Kentucky.
Now, that's a good thing. You always set her in a real setting when you show these up. So how do you pick where you're going to launch the story from?
Well, that's a really good question. In the last campaign, there were 2 people who chose the reward to be written and drawn into an issue. And so I figured I'd want to put one of them, into the opening and closing of this issue. And I saw that he lived very close to Louisville, Kentucky. So I thought, you know what? Wonderfest is very close. And it's a convention that I love to go to. It's super fun, really intimate convention. And I, pitched it to him, ran it past him. And he said, that sounds great. So we used Wonderfest.
It worked. I just worry that you're going to run out of places,
Yeah.
Somewhere twice.
You got a whole world to choose from.
And
Frank
Dietz is an old friend of mine. And years ago, I asked him if he was interested in being in an issue. And I finally found a place for him because he is always a guest at Wonderfest and a terrific illustrator. Did you ever see that YouTube video from the creature from the Black Lagoon where he was swearing a whole bunch?
No.
Oh God, you need to watch that. Just, I guess, type in creature pissed off. There's a video that Frank did, and it's gone viral. It's like millions of views. It's a lot of funny, very funny.
I will check that out. So what are we funding this campaign? I mean, is it just this
One
book?
issue.
One issue.
One issue.
Yes.
You can get all 3 covers of it for $20. That's newsstand cheap. That's cheaper than newsstand cheap.
But also, this was just announced a couple of days ago that when we reached $1,200, and the project was funded in 6 hours.
Yeah.
But so we had to really scramble to find some stretch goals. We did a 10-page all new story that only backers are going to see.
Ooh, is it going to be
$1,200?
That's what
There
the
it is
sizzle
right
reel
there.
is.
The sizzle
It's our
reel.
demo reel, yeah.
So this is going to be like outtakes from the other films that she was in?
Not outtakes. Her
Just
best
clips.
scenes, her best scenes from all of her other movies.
Yeah, movies we haven't seen yet.
Yep.
This is how Sonya sells herself to other directors and producers and casting agents. It's clips from other movies that she's done. We haven't actually published these stories, so these are all new. I guess never to be published, except for the people that donate or get in on this.
I've got to donate now because I've been waiting forever to see Lady Go Die at the.
Oh, had I remembered that, then that would have been great for you.
We've seen a little bit of Lady Godiva.
We have.
Yes.
We've seen stills from Lady Godiva.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Todd, they're all stills.
When the COVID first started, like last March, April, Brian and I really didn't have much to do, so we just did issue 2 Vampire Academy 4 had the interview, which listed a lot of her movies in it. So we just made covers, movie posters for as many of those movies as we could, and even came up with a couple of original ones.
Well, I figured this was Lady Godiva in the bottom of the panel here.
Yes, that is. Yes.
That is correct.
What are these other two films? Obviously, she's got a women's prison film. Those are a hallmark of the late night B movie classics.
Cellmate Riot 3? Was that what it was called?
Prison Cheerleaders 2?
Well, it's a cheerleader riot or prisoner cheer. Come on, guys, you wrote it. Tell us what it is.
There's
a memorable
cheerleaders in prison. Do you need to know more?
Starting to draw it right now.
That's awesome.
That looks good.
That looks great.
Oh, wait. Let me give you full screen on that one. Mouse. Where's the mouse?
Are those? Wow.
In progress.
Yay.
Exclusive look at in-progress artwork for cheerleaders in jail somewhere, somehow titled something.
If I could reach the script, I would tell you what it is.
So at 1,200, this is a book for backers only. You won't see this one in stores.
It's a digital copy.
Digital.
Easy for you to say.
Won't be published. I know. Dibble.
Maybe
dirigible copy.
Ooh.
Cheerleader Prison Break.
Cheerleader Prison Break.
Yes.
Two.
Because they got caught the first time and now they got to do it again.
Right.
Yeah, but there's six women in this one, so I know it gets confusing.
Oh.
And the middle one is Renegade Road Riders 3, which is like a Mad Max parody.
I never really thought about how many genres there are of films, but you're
a
lot. You're mixing them up.
Yeah.
Heroinberg in the chat says, as long as it's not called Bitch Planet. Yes, because somebody already has that title taken.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
Nick and I were riffing a couple of days ago, and he came up with the title Disasteroid. And I thought, that's amazing. Let's do that. Yeah, there's been like 8 Disasteroids.
That would yeah.
We would do Disasteroid 9.
Yeah.
I mean, there was Armageddon, there was Deep Impact.
Yep, we were going to get right in on that genre, but somebody stole our title. We might still find a way to do it with a different title, but God,
Sonya could be like a Sonya could be a proctologist, and then somebody has disasteroids.
Disasteroid on it is big.
Or Deep Impact again. Verbal trademark.
I'd like that one.
That's funny.
Has Sonya? I'm struggling tonight, guys. I'm telling you, and I had more sleep last night than I've had any night for the past 2 months.
All right,
RJ, let me tell you, this is your best interview with us so far. So you struggling is brilliant. Let's keep it going.
I'm going to keep it up. Then I'll add a stutter to it for effect. Has she ever done failed television pilots?
She's never been cast in a television pilot. But that does not mean that she won't be.
Todd and I had come up with an idea for a television pilot about television pilots. So it was called Pilots. So it might be something she could get into someday.
It could be the first episode of a TV series about guys who fly airplanes to deliver flat screens.
That seems very specific.
Yeah.
But it's a TV pilot about TV pilots.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, okay. If I have to explain it, it's no good. That's the rule, right?
We did America Junior, the webcomic strip. Sonya hosted the search for the Secretary of Health.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Doc Olympics.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
so
true.
That was like an internet series, I think. I don't know if that was on their TV or not.
And for people in the chat who don't understand, Sonya actually grew out of your webcomic, America Junior, which was years before we had the Chad and the Chud and whatever else is out there, people trying to speed away. They actually did in your comic, and she was the 306th best actress in the United States, but the #1 actress in America Junior.
I think really the only one.
Yeah.
So
and I guess they didn't really secede because she crosses the border a lot to come do film work in the U.S.
Dual citizenship.
it was an accident that America Junior became its own country. So nobody planned it. There was no hard feelings on either side. It just happened, and they're working to. Well, I guess they're no longer working to make it back into the U.S. because it just kind of stopped at some point. So they're still left out there.
Yes, it's in.
So what kind of tears have we got here? Tears of a Clown. No, not that one.
Guys,
we got the 3 issues.
I'm going to make this really, really quick. I have to go. I'm really sorry.
Oh.
I love you guys. I miss you guys. This has been a lot of fun. I've got to go.
I hear you.
I'm so sorry.
All right,
Okay,
you understand, Todd. Take care, brother.
Congratulations on
Bye-bye,
winning.
brother.
We'll see you later. Yeah, Todd told me earlier he was not feeling well. I'm surprised he stayed as long as he did. So,
and was upbeat. It was also his best interview with us. So, I mean, you guys are just knocking it out of the park.
we got
Brendon and Brian need to pick it up a little bit, though.
We're joking about it, but you know what? He'll die tonight from this, and we'll all feel bad.
Dude.
Oh, that really got dark.
Don't say that.
I'm whistling past the graveyard when I say stuff like that. I was like, I don't mean it. It's not supposed to happen.
Well, let's scroll through and take a look what we have here for this for this campaign. The TPB is also available.
And if you didn't get the TPB, folks, you want to get it this time around.
Yes, that's the first 4 book movies that Sonya put out, and so you can get it with
cover.
Yes. So that next one there, you get all the books. So it's the TPB with the first 4. The next one, Violet Vixen, and now Warrior Woman, Death Team 5.
Yes, that's
so.
They're all
so you get to pick up everything.
Violet Vixen is the superhero genre book that she did.
Yes.
Which has that hit stores yet?
Oh yes,
in stores now. Yep.
All right, just trying to get my timing down here. And Warrior Woman, that's the one we're funding now. So that's obviously not in stores yet.
That's coming out April. It'll ship in April.
I had to pause for a second. There was a knock in the hallway. I couldn't tell if it was my door or across the hall. It's like, who would come to visit me here? I didn't order
actually. Yeah, Warrior Woman is actually all done. You know, like the pencils, inks, colors. It's all done. We just gotta get it ready for printing. So it's good to go.
And by the way, if you wait a second. Here's another $1,200 tier. You guys, you're setting all your stretch goals for the same dollar amount.
It's probably a typo.
Yeah, I thought we were going to set the demo reel for $1,000, but
maybe you did.
I don't get into the numbers stuff.
Yeah,
I write some stuff.
Okay, here it is. We're showing the demo reel, but we're talking about the card.
There you go.
In addition to the trading card, every backer will receive this digital issue. So it's both. You hit 1,200, you get this digital issue that's only going to be for the backers, and you get this trading card with Kara Nicole.
No, it's Ivy Cosplay. Ivy Cosplay.
And I know both of them. We had Kara Nicole on the show, by the way.
Yes.
For her own book. And she finally told me the story of how she got to cosplay Sonya Devereaux. And for the folks in the chat here, it's all because of Facebook technology. Every time Brendon and Brian posted a picture of Sonya Devereaux, Facebook tagged Kara Nicole saying, hey, you're in this picture. So that's how good these guys are. That's why they won Best Comics Artist of 2020.
So when can we actually announce that? You'll wait till you publish the results, so we're not going to spoil it for anybody.
I'll give you something to link to. It'll be probably tomorrow night.
Excellent.
And then I got to order the trophies, by the way. So when I ask you for addresses, no, seriously, there's trophies.
Wow.
It's we send out, we get these goblets and they're etched with the logo and your name and the year and what it's for and everything, and we ship them out.
Wow.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
You guys are gonna have to put that right back there, so we see that the next time.
And of course, this I love seeing this. Thank you guys for sending the traffic our way. I wish everybody would have done that.
One thing we also do is like we just do Sonya drawings, and so we had that drawing of her, and we was like, oh man, that's perfect.
Yeah, it is perfect.
If you're looking for stretch goals, that one where she's standing in the middle of the 80-page giant cover design, a die-cut sticker that would look just great off to the side of my laptop.
Yep. People love stickers.
Sonya stickers. Peel the back off and it's sticky. Wait, okay.
So we have the you can appear in an issue again, that tier that you can option in on, and you also have a new version of it where you can appear in the issue and you get a page that you appeared in of the original art. That'll also be included.
Yep, we already have one backer who's wants to be drawn into the next issue. So
far.
And this is but not this issue because this is already done, but the next issue.
Yes.
Can you tell us what the title is going to be of that one, or at least the genre?
We are having a pitch battle between Todd and I, writing two different stories. So I think Todd is more than happy to let me win. And he's slowing down, and so it may be the making of the Blood Monster from Hell.
Ooh, the making of
the making of movie. And that's actually going to be shot in America Junior. So we're going to have a lot of those America Junior characters coming back.
Yes,
we'll catch up with them a little bit as well.
And then Todd's writing a science fiction one. So the next issue will either be science fiction or the horror.
The two-syllable kind.
That's right. Double the terror. Terror with your horror.
In a world where horror is pronounced with 3 syllables.
In my earlier days of doing this kind of work, I worked for another site, and then the guy sold it off. But I was trying to find agents for the people that we were trying to interview, a lot of actors and such. And there is a website where you can find out who represents these people. And
that would be interesting.
It's called, appropriately enough, whorepresents.com.
I'm writing that down.
Well, write that down like you would a URL, Nick, and give me a second while you do that.
Because a lot of these folks that are appearing in the books are Todd's personal friends.
Yes.
So Todd only has so many friends. And so we're running out of famous people that he knows. So we got to start widening the net that we cast here.
Well, this was back in the day when the house had one computer. My wife and I shared it, and I never bothered clearing my internet history because why did I need to? It was the site I wrote for and the sites I went to get information for it. So I would always go to whorepresents.com. And one day my wife comes in here and she says, "What are you doing shopping for horror presents?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And it's like, so yeah, don't buy any writing implements from Penn Island while you're at it either. It will cause people to question you and what you're doing online. This is the top tier, though. This $500 tier. Get drawn into it and have the art. That is cool because that'd be something I'd frame.
It's already framed.
Dude.
It's panel frame. So obviously they have to send you a picture. How do you guys work from that? I mean, I know that if I go to Six Flags and I sit down and a caricature artist looks at me, they draw kind of what I'm sitting at, and then they add a background. But you have to look at a guy's picture and say, okay, he'd look like this from the side, or he'd have this kind of expression if he got excited.
We have them. You say picture like that, picture like that, picture like that, picture like that, that way, and then another one that way. So they feel like it. They can do one at an angle up like that, another one like that, and then down angle, and then that gives me enough to work with to get their likeness right.
So you get more than just a selfie. You get their likeness right. You can print a 3D image of them, and
I don't have that technology. We're only lowly comic book artists. We don't have that kind of 3D printer money.
You guys did that thing exactly at the same time. That was beautiful.
Well, we can't help it, Nick. Yeah, we can't help it.
Here's the thing. I know people who do have that technology, and he would be very, very keen if you were to provide him with pictures of Sonya in all those poses to produce for you guys 3D printed Sonya.
Wow, that would be cool.
And he does it for cost for people. So
wow,
you would be able to do that just from a drawing?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Let's do it.
Front, side, back. Yeah, absolutely. You should do it. Get your Sonya action figures moving out there. They'd be in action figures. It won't move. It won't be jointed, but
should be a bust, literally.
Yes. You could do just a Sonya bust. That would be awesome. The guy's doing a spaceship.
The bust.
And the thing is literally 2.5 feet long and in sections. And he showed me in a video. He said, "Hey, here's how it goes together," and it's gorgeous.
Wow.
And he's doing it for a lot of crowdfunding people right now, specifically only for crowdfunding people. But if you're interested, I'll send you information on him. He's probably watching.
Please,
that's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, please.
So here's 3 different covers for this one, right?
Yes. This is the main cover.
How do you decide what's the main cover? What's this mean now?
That's the one we like that one. Make that the main cover.
Yeah. We do a bunch of tight thumbnails of different cover ideas that we come up with and send them off to Todd and Nick, and then we all decide which one we like the best.
Mm-hmm.
Usually trying to think of it like a movie poster for the main cover. Yeah.
Gotcha. So this is the one, when we say main cover, this is like the one that's going to be going to the comic shops.
Correct.
Yes. Yeah. And all the main covers of every issue have like a design style, because it's supposed to be like, at least our initial thought was it's like a DVD cover. So it always has the little Sonya logo across the top, and then the movie poster in the silver frame. Yeah, in the silver frame. That was our initial thinking, that it's like a DVD cover.
All right. And then this is the
parody cover.
That's the Conan cover.
Yeah, based on Conan #1.
This is my favorite cover.
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it?
It really is. I like those. I mean, you you got the Kirby creatures coming from the back and the flying gargoyles. None of this happens in the book, by the way.
Right. Right. Well, this is stolen from an homage to the original Conan.
Ixnay on the Ealing's Day. Ixnay. Borrowing. We're homaging.
An homage.
He's standing in the same pose. That's all it is.
Well, it's fun
all the time.
What's funny is the corner box that's on that cover. The American Mythology really liked that, and they wanted the box without the figure in it, so they might actually be using that in their covers in the future.
Oh, well,
yeah,
I like that.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I didn't even notice her. I'm pointing up here, like y'all can see my screen.
I was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Now
I was pointing where they should keep their trophy, which.
Yeah, I scrolled past the one cover by accident. Didn't mention
this is the
this is the
Indiegogo exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So the other 2 covers you can find in comic stores, but one's an alternate.
This is the Indiegogo exclusive cover.
Right, and so
you can only get it in this campaign.
Big picture of Troy and a little picture of Carly.
I'm going to keep on scrolling here because I'm sitting here doing this with fingers now. It sucks. It sucks.
So why don't you tell RJ about the German guy that commissioned a picture of Sonya?
Well, he wanted 2 drawings. One of them was Sonya with Prince Valiant. Which is not fine. We're big fans of Hal Foster and Prince Valiant. That one turned out really good. And then he wanted another one of Sonya and Carnage getting, Carnage
Violated?
getting violated could be good. Getting intimate with
having Carnage
Sonya
now?
in a carnal, maybe instead of Carnage. Stuff that we weren't comfortable drawing. So we just did Prince Valiant.
Gotcha. And send him his money back to the other one.
Well, he never reached that level. But he did express to us about how in America we'll show any type of violence in any artwork, television, or movie, but when it comes to sexual depictions, we're all, which is true. And we said
true.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
She can be hacking a snake up, but anything else is not okay.
Yes.
To which one of you guys was probably replying, "Oh yeah," while the other was drawing a severed head flying across. In fact, there's a severed hand right now going across and a severed head.
It's cartoon violence. It's not a big deal.
Oh well.
Yeah, I like this page. It's the characters' 3 weddings. The first 2 didn't go so well.
Yeah, she has horrible luck with husbands.
Mm-hmm.
We have
the third one they survived, but nobody was having a good time at that party.
We have a softball question in the chat here. Will Sonya Devereaux play a vampirist character? Oh, go for it, guys.
She already did in the second issue, Vampire Academy 4, which you can be found in the trade paperback.
Yes, and it's quite good.
It is very, very good. Very good.
Lots of blood and violence in that one.
So, yes, there is. What was interesting too was that in the trade paperback now you get outtakes from that film, so you get to see some of the violent scenes done, and then see that they were working with like a dummy.
Right.
We really
her violent pranks that got a couple of the cast members to throw up.
Yes. And nobody, you discovered nobody actually died in the making of this comic.
That's true. We can say that.
And we get.
But, again, Todd left early, so who knows?
I'm looking for real wood, but I'm going to have to settle for Formica to knock on here. And I love the, as old as it is, the Benny Hill opening joke here. Your melons are legendary, both in size and succulence. She could have walked in with a lovely bunch of coconuts, and it would have been just as funny.
It's always hard to draw melons that size because you don't know how big to make those melons, and they're succulents. So, but we did the best we could. Yeah,
if you need advice.
And how big is ridiculous? How succulent is ridiculous? How ridiculous is succulent?
Stupendous. Everyone has a favorite melon size,
Exactly.
It's true.
You just pick a letter of the alphabet and triple it, and you're good. And here we see she's putting on the armor once again. I like the horned helmet. Why the Viking influence here when it seems to be of a not a Viking kind of setting?
Well, I think one of the things we try and do with Sonya with every one of her movies is try and just change her look a little bit. We don't want to give her like a shaved head or black hair because then it's not Sonya.
Yes,
so we just try and change her hairstyle a little bit. So we just thought the braids, the Viking braids, felt more fantasy, felt more medieval. Yeah. And the horns on a helmet, that's just classic fantasy. Yeah.
This is true.
This was definitely a higher production film that Sonya was in. I mean, the costuming is more expensive than most of the films she's done before. So
Isn't she's barely wearing anything?
I know. It's crazy.
They just
how
raided the
that
local
can cost
Renaissance
more
fair.
money.
They filmed it when the Renaissance Fair, not the Renaissance Fair, the Renaissance Fair was, shut down for the season. They just borrowed all of their equipment and stuff.
I just
like-
cosplay.
I like that you got her tramp stamp in there as she's walking away.
Yes.
Anachronism.
They never bother to put makeup over her back or blotch it out. They can't afford the CGI.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's in her rider.
Who's her writer?
This is the page. This is one of the pages with the backer Cody, who paid to appear in the issue. This is one of his pages.
Yeah,
At Wonderfest.
from the trade paperback.
Yeah, and he's here at the beginning and at the end.
Yes.
Mhm.
And
We also, if you look very carefully, you can see Sonya's business card. That's also makes an appearance.
why hasn't that been an add-on to all these things? We get trading cards. We could just get her business card.
Dude, you are an idea factory over there, RJ.
That's what I do. Dial 555.
It's never too late. Her email address is on there.
Exactly. You've seen these things where they put a real phone number in a movie, and some jackass gets the idea to dial it, and it turns out that it's PR for the movie, and it's like some actor who's actually answering it on an answering machine. You could have Sonya answering an answering machine.
Oh my God! Keep them coming, RJ.
I don't know who your voice actress was for Sonya in the video, but yeah, her.
Another one of Todd's friends. I can't think of her name. Mandy Sampson, I believe it is. I might be wrong.
Mandy Patinkin? No, it was
Mandy Sampson.
someone else, not Mandy something. Or
Yet another one of Todd's many friends.
Yes.
Of which
Apologize for not remembering her name, but it's at the end credits.
His Hollywood friends.
And it's just change the message every month, to advertise whatever books come out. Hi, glad you called. Can't come to the phone right now. Busy filming.
Exactly.
Hey, I've seen this book before. But I did like how I love the setup of your books here, because it's always the run into somebody, talk about my movie, and then the guy, what we don't see here is he watches her walk away, sits down on his phone, and rents the movie and watches it on his phone. And that's when we jump into the story.
Yep.
And when it's over, we come back to the con, and he's just finishing up, and she's coming back from wherever, and she flirts with him some more.
She is a terrible flirt.
She's a really good flirt.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny because when the colorist James Coutts did an excellent job on the issue, when he saw that last page, he was like, "He didn't go with her."
That's what I'm thinking. Like, what the hell's wrong with you, dude? But she had to wear like a Godzilla suit because he's a big kaiju fan. That's exactly what he's looking at. Yeah, she's in town for the Kentucky Derby, which isn't running, and looking to pimp herself out. By the way,
Always.
Yep.
So I think one of the future setups will be Sonya on a plane ride, watching her film, forcing her seatmate to watch a film with her. So we'll see how that goes.
That would be fun and uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what I would do if I was in a movie. I would say, "Hey, you want to see?" It's like home videos when you have friends over to the house.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, we got to show you these films. Let me set up a projector." God, that dates me.
We'd have to make it like the most unlikely person to watch the. Sonya's sitting next to the most unlikeliest of person to watch the movie, who would watch the movie.
Yes.
Like a priest or something.
Be uncomfortable. Yes. Hitting on him the whole time.
So does Sonya fly first class?
I wouldn't think so. Business class, maybe.
Yeah. Because I could see, if she's like behind. Oh, she's in the first row of business class, and first class is right in front of her, and you could have some famous director. And if you don't want to ask, you can always pick somebody dead. Alfred Hitchcock in the seat in front of her. Who's going to sue?
Keep them coming, Archie.
What I do, Nick. That's all I do.
Can you just write the next script for us? I mean, just save us some time here, brother.
I actually do love playing in other people's sandboxes. That's why I write the Destroyer stuff. But And that's also, by the way, how we got into the shipping business for comic books, because I do this stuff where I'm talking with you guys and I'm saying, hey, why don't you do? Hey, why don't you do? Hey, why don't you do? And a lot of them then do. And I started talking with UK crowdfunders, and they've got this problem where, you get on a crowdfund and the book's $10 and the shipping is $25.
Right.
So I worked out an idea which would bring that shipping back down to 10 so they could compete with, domestic developers. And I said, hey, why don't you, and, the little angel inside my head said, why don't you just shut your damn mouth, do it yourself, and make some money? And I was like, oh, and Critical Blast Logistics was born. We're taking drop shipments from the UK and Australia, and we're mailing them out as a disbursement from here. And it's working. It's a pretty good deal.
Excellent.
So,
congratulations.
Go ahead. Whoever was talking.
I just said congratulations.
Oh, okay, thank you. So everyone in the chat, the link to this is in the description below. You should definitely hit it. If you like comedy, if you like to laugh, if you like to have fun in a comic book, if you like, your women to look like women in a comic book, there's no guessing at the genders here. Well, there is on one page, but it's all revealed very quickly. Very quickly. I don't want to give the plot away. It's a teaser. Go buy it, and you'll be glad you did. I can never recommend these books highly enough. Definitely well deserved fan award here.
Yes, thank you.
So,
yes, we're award winners now. Thank you, everybody who voted. Yes, thank you, everyone.
Not just winners, but
congratulations.
You tied with the writer category, but that's an asterisk. You still swept the entire comic board.
Yes. Well, I mean, again, we weren't nominated, so it's pretty good. We'll take it.
Getting it from a writing standpoint, yeah, and that was a real fun one to add up too, because it was like there were a lot of write-in votes for Todd Livingston, and then there were a handful of votes for Todd Livingston and Nick Capetanakis.
What's his face?
Exactly. And I'm like, I know these all go together, and holy crap, they added. It was like all these tiny little slices in the pie, and then it just kind of widened out when I made them conform to each other. Data's fun. Everyone loves to hear me talk about data. Guys, is there anything? I feel like I kind of rushed through the tiers here, but is there anything that you want to make clear to folks here about this project that I skipped or I missed out on?
I feel like we covered it pretty well. I mean, because it's just blending in with the other ones we've done where we kind of talked about what the book is and how the book goes. But I mean, this is a great opportunity with the Indiegogo to pick up all the stuff we've done, because they're becoming more sparse as the days go on. So if you really want to catch up, this is a great book itself. It's very funny. But you'll get to see all the other books as well. If you get the TPB, and you can pick up the other issues as well, so you're caught up. That's really what we love about the Indiegogo, is the opportunity for everyone to be right there. So you get to what do they call it? When you're streaming everything at one time.
You get the backfill.
Binge.
You're binge watching the Sonya movies this way.
And the other thing is that, if you don't want to take that risk, take the risk. Just do it. But if you just want to get one issue, and that all these issues have happened before, it doesn't matter. They're not part 1, part 2, part 3. It's not chapter. Everything is self-contained. Everything is its own adventure, stands alone from everything else. You don't have to know a damn thing about Sonya Devereaux and pick up any one of the books and enjoy it.
Yep.
So,
well said.
I'm going to say well said. So well said on saying well said.
Thank you.
You said it very well.
Said well.
What? So with that, guys, I'm going to just kind of wrap it up. And thank you all again for coming on the stream.
And
thank you.
Thank you for having us. And we're wishing Todd the best.
Yes. I have to check in with him tomorrow now to make sure that if he starts not replying to my Facebook messages, he's dicking with me, making me think he's dead, I'm going to start stalking him because that would be bad.
Better not be dead. We need that script.
That's right. You guys might have to draw Justice League after this, and there's a lot of characters in that.
Yeah, I'm never going to finish if Todd isn't pushing me with his script. So, this is really for the frames that Todd needs to survive. His wife too, but whatever,
All right, folks in the chat, thank you again for showing up. We do not have a show without you. If you like this kind of stuff, sometimes I actually do a better job.
This was a great one.
Fine, it was great. Yeah, we had a great time.
Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, ring it for notifications. We are crossing the 3,000 hours mark, which means 5,000 left to go. And suddenly we turn this thing into a moneymaker. I can make as much as $3 a month, I've seen. I know a guy who does streams, by the way. He says if he gets less than $2,500 a month, he's mad. So I'm like, okay, that's what I need to do. That's easy money. Now, 2 years later, here we are. So thank you, everybody, for coming to the chat.